Hi, I'm April.
And I'm Sarah, and we're the co-founders of The June.
Come check us out. Sarah and I have been best friends for 18 years. We met at Western University in London, Ontario, and we realized that we wanted to change in both our lives and our careers, and so we started exploring business opportunities together. And one of the ideas was actually adult wine camp. Things escalated extremely quickly. This one weekend side hustle turned into a full-on, we should buy this motel. It was, honestly, it was a dump, but we really saw past that. We saw it for its potential to become, this cool spot for millennials and wine country. Prince Edward County needed more places to stay, and we could be that. We operate 2 motels in very rural destinations. In Prince Edward County, the whole design of the June really started with the classic palm print wallpaper that you see in the rooms. And then in Sauble Beach, it was really about that 1970s beach town feel. I think the June definitely contributes to tourism recovery. I think the fact that we launched a Netflix show during COVID, I think honestly really put 2 Ontario destinations on the map globally. Motel Makeover aired in 190 countries around the world. And we're getting messages from people in Australia who are in lockdown and I can't wait to come visit, and this is on my travel list. People in Brazil, people in the UK, it's really cool to see Ontario kind of get that spotlight.
We started filming Motel Makeover in January 2020. It was really, really scary early days when we were first learning about the pandemic, and we were at a state in the project in Sauble Beach where the motel was completely gutted. There was no turning back. We just went home. We packed up and we went home because there was literally nothing that could be done. It was a really, really scary time. We didn't know whether the business would survive. And then we started figuring out, okay, how are we going to be able to film a show and do a construction project and do this all in a safe way? For people who are filming their first ever television series, this was a very difficult, weird world to enter.
If you've seen Motel Makeover, you definitely know that we had a very hard time with materials. So our whole pool deck extension is made out of wood. Lumber shortage in Ontario greatly impacted us. So we were about a week away from opening and we had an unfinished deck, no fence around the pool. As we all know, you cannot operate and fill a pool with no fence. So we were panicking. We were going to every home hardware there was, trying to get any wood we can find. We pulled it off in the final few days before opening, but it was definitely stressful. I think there's just still a need in Ontario for more cool boutique hotel experiences. There's not a lot of that, and that's part of why we started the June in the very first place. We didn't want to have to get on a plane to go to, somewhere in New York or somewhere in LA. We wanted to be able to get in the car and drive 2 hours and stay somewhere really cool that had a really special experience.
I do think there's a bit of a generational shift happening. Right now, it's, baby boomers who maybe got into this industry 30 years ago that own some of the motels and the inns, and they're starting to want to retire. But those properties have also been designed for their clientele. We're inclusive. We create an experience that we know appeals to a broad audience, but at the same time, these places need some modernization, and I think that's one of the things that we bring.
We are seeing more boutique hotels and boutique motels starting to open around Ontario, and I think that's a really positive change and revitalization. I think what Sarah and I are so passionate about is finding, that next destination that people can travel to, that people can escape to for a couple of nights. We're always looking to grow the June brand. We're looking for more destinations to put on the map. I think that will always keep us top of mind, and we're always revisiting, I think, the current guest experience.
Overall, our communities have been so supportive of the June. I think we're always trying to be great community members by working with local businesses, whether that's through partnerships or through suppliers, and building those relationships there. We're hiring local teams as well. We really see it in Sauble Beach. We partnered and opened the restaurant that was at the motel. That had been closed for 10 years at least. And so we've created a great place, especially for locals to come and have a wonderful place to eat dinner, lunch, whatever. It's definitely bringing a lot of locals onto the property, building that stronger connection with us. And I think it was a real missing piece in Sauble, was a great dining destination. I think from our experience, the government really came through in offering loans and grants and subsidies when we most desperately needed it. We are still in existence, which, there were some really scary days where we didn't know whether our business would survive. So definitely grateful for that. It was making some interesting and fun little pivots and trying some things out. We did these picnics back in the boho forest, so get your own takeout, and then we supplied all the things to make it really beautiful and Instagrammable.
We launched a work vacay package, so really found everybody was working remotely, so people had the flexibility to come here for 5 days, set up a little workstation in their room, and enjoy Prince Edward County in the evening. So, they're hanging by the fire at night and they're working in their room during the day, and that was really successful in the early days of COVID when people just wanted to get out of their homes.
One of the other opportunities that we saw during the pandemic was that we launched our online store because everyone is at home and we just wanted them to be able to bring the good vibes from the June into their own homes. So we started selling our neon signs, our wallpaper, our mugs. So bring some of those touches that you enjoy when you go away and stay at the June, bring it into your own house. At the end of the day, we're still a really small team, and I think some people think, oh, you have a Netflix show, you must have a huge team and you must have an assistant and you must not be the ones responding to the messages on Instagram. But at the end of the day, we're still a small team, we're still super hands-on, and I think it's like a special gift and skill that April and I have, is seeing these places that are tired and forgotten and finding a way to just give them a whole new life, and I can't wait to do that again.